Good morning. Welcome to another Relax and Paint. I'm excited to share with you a fun Dollar Tree item I did. And the reason I like to show you this is inexpensive, fun things that you can do for the holidays. All right, so you're going to take a glass plate from the Dollar Tree and a wine glass. And then inside here, I put an ornament. I don't know if you can see, there's an ornament. I put cotton in the chimney and I put diamond dust all in the bottom. And I'm going to show you a quick way and E6000 to glue it. And there we are. So we're going to do stenciling, do a fun little setup with a wine glass. And even these little houses are two for, oops, they're not glass, thank goodness, two for $1 on at Dollar Tree. They have red and gold. I'm going to use a little bit of a sponge, and I'm going to use a stencil, and even Dollar Tree has some types of snow. These are ones that I have at my shop. I also use some sponge a little bit. So everything that I'm showing you are very easy to get, and I actually used a plate to cut out a disc to glue this all to, and I'm using a hot glue gun. So everything that I'm using, and even this little X-Acto knife, there's 6 heads on this. It's hard to figure out what to do, but you slide it into this purple disc there and screw it tight and it holds it, okay? So that took me a little bit of figuring to do. So I want to show you, these are the glasses I used, the fatter ones, okay? They're larger, and actually this is a different shape, but it's gonna do the same, see? But it doesn't matter. I get whichever ones are in stock. But this is a dessert dish for cookies or any kind of candy or whatever, or just a collection of candles on top of it for decoration. So isn't that fun? I do pour some diamond dust in there. And this looks like cut glass. It's something else we have on my website that is really fun to use. So we're only going to use 2 colors of green and wicker white and some treasure gold. I have a couple different kinds of gold. This was a satin like gold I used, and it's all water-based, so it's really wonderful. And this is a really bright, shiny gold. So I'm going to use this shiny gold this time. And I'm just going to get ready to have this fun little project with you. So, and then we're going to use E6000. It's a glue that's wonderful, E6000. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get our paint ready. And I can show you really quick how I did the bottom of the glass, and that will get us all ready to glue our plates on, okay? So I took let me go to the overhead so you can see what we're going to be doing. And that will help you relax with me. All right, everybody take a deep breath. Relax, and let's see how we can make this fun, okay? So I'm going to put this on here. I took a pen and I just made a circle around. All right, then I'm taking my X-Acto knife and I just cut around the line. Got to go in there and then make the cuts. All right, so this section to the floor, all right, so I'm going to, I already have one cut ready to go. Now what I did was I took my little house and I took the top off, okay, the little cap. And then I'm going to put a piece of cotton so that it has snow, not snow, what do you call it? So it has smoke coming out. And then you can put a little hot glue if you want, but it didn't need it. Oh, maybe hot glue would be a good idea, because you know what? It might come out and you've already got the bottom glued on. Okay, so I'm going to take and spin it a little bit in my hand, just like that. See that? Then put it in. Okay. There we go. And I did put a little bit, I can put a little bit right here. There we go, just to make, I did put a little bit back here, and I'll show you why, okay? Because I wanted this to, little bits of cotton back here, so it was like snow, like a snow drift back here, all right? So that's on there. I want to put some glue right here to hold it. And I'm going to put it down, ready to go. See, there we are. So see, that was easy. Now the diamond dust, I decided to take, and this is a fun little project. I decided to put some diamond dust down in the cup. All right, so I want you to see this. It looks like little cut crystals. It's not, what do you call it? Glitter. It's like cut little glass pieces. All right, now that's going to go all on the ground and give you an illusion of sparkling ice. All right, so now I wish there was an easier way, but I'm very carefully, see, I use a yellow stick. I would get a more clear stick if I were you. All right, so I'm going to come around here very carefully. And I want to go all the way around and make sure. Did you know if you put your finger in water and touch it, it won't burn you? Okay, so let me show you. I'm going to line this up so it's facing. It doesn't matter because any way you put it, it would be facing straight. That was not a smart comment I just made. All right, so I start gluing that around. And I'm going to just keep going right around here. I just didn't want to, by the time I'm slowly going around, it would be cooled off, right? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to do the rest of it later, but let me show you. So I put the diamond dust, so it's all on the bottom. Can you see that? Now, because I didn't finish gluing it, it's coming out on me. But I just want to get going so I can show you the painting part. See how fun that is? All right. Okay. I could probably put my E6000 around there because I could get that around faster maybe than the glue. There we go. All right. Now, this one, can you see it's not flicked yet with snow? You can leave it unflicked or you can flick it, right? Okay, so I'm going to have my thicket, my happy green, or citrus green, wicker white, and then my treasure gold is a water soluble paint. All right, so what I want to share with you is that these are all multi-surface paints, folk art multi-surface, so it goes on glass, metal, ceramic, goes on all kinds of surfaces. So it's going to stay on your glass plate. So I'm excited to share that with you because it's really fun. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little dauber. I can also use my sponge, all right, and my stencil. So what I did is I decided I am going to put some white on these sponges. So I'm going to grab some white. Now this is the key. You're going to make a circle. Can you see me do this? A circle until the paint's all the way off the foam plate and into my sponge. All right, so you're working all the way, and these come in a bag of all kinds of different daubers, and they're on onestroke.com. One stroke, it's all spelled out, .com. All right, so now I decided I want a big one of the big guys in the middle. I should put another color because all you see is white, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna tap, tap, tap. All the way around. Okay, so I can lift, and if that doesn't cover it well, or if you have extra little marks, you can lift it up. I'm going to put some gray underneath so you guys can see it better. Oh, there we go. I want you to see I'm actually doing something on here. All right, so we're going to come in here, and I just did a few more. So there's different size daubers. There is a set that has all kinds of sizes that we have too. So I can maybe go in there. Here's another one right here. So I'm just tapping and I didn't have to get any more paint. It's still got enough paint. You see that? So you got to hold it and not let it move. And if you don't load this like I just showed you how to load this, what's going to happen is paint's going to bleed up underneath. All right. So you don't want that to happen. So you have to rub it into the plate like I showed you. All right. You feel like a little crafting day today? That's what I'm showing you. All right. So I'm going to get a little dauber, one of the smaller ones, to do some of these. So that means I have to load this too. Okay. So I do the same thing. I rub it in till it's inside really good into the sponge and it's not coming off. No goopy. All right. So these are for these itty bitty ones. So I know this is wet, so you can blow dry it or you can with a hair dryer, or you can just move around here and be careful. So let's look right here. Go this way so you can see me. So I'm tapping and making sure I don't go to the other snowflake. Okay. So see, just a little teeny snowflake. Now I did some fly specking, so it looks like we have snow besides these that I'm doing here, besides these realistic ones. All right, so I can even do the big one with a small. I just don't want to have it hang over this edge. But if it does, you got to get off the paint right away. Oops, I slid. So look, if I just line it back up really nice. Oh, I did that on purpose so I could teach you how. Okay. So really fun little project. So what I want to share with you is you can do all kinds of painting on top of here. All right. Along here. You can do flowers. You can do any of the things that I share with you in the past. All right. So I'm just going to do a couple more little guys. I still have enough paint. Do you see that? A little teeny bit. Now I had to go rub some more in. Okay. So I only did a few. Let's do one more of these little teeny ones, smaller, and then we'll be ready. Okay, I like to show you that if it goes over, I just take a paintbrush and just wipe that off. A little bit of wet, and there we go. No fun? Now you want to put these in the water so they don't mess up and dry inside those little daubers. All right, white handle daubers or wood handle daubers. That's what you asked for if you're looking. All right, now we also have a great group on our Facebook group, and we have all kinds of promotions and sales there all the time on Facebook Live. All right, so check those out. So now what I want to share with you is I'm going to take a 12 flat. Got all these crafting supplies around here. 12 flat, and I want to do a border. So there's a couple little things. I will show you a little different border than I did on my completed one. So I'm going to take this. I'm getting into, I told you, Thicket and Happy Green. And on the Happy Green side, I might pick up a little bit of white. Okay. So one easy thing that you can do is that you can get on this edge and you can just pull these. I take my whole arm and pull the brush. Okay. You can do that. I'm going to get a little bit more green Thicket. Can you see that up close? All right. And I can just dot those. That's what I did on the original one. But I'm going to come in here and get some more green. And I am going to pick up a little bit of white, go back and forth. Now watch this. I'm going to come right here and we're going to lay the paint down. So we lay the brush a little bit because it's glass. All right. And I'm going to to come on this side. And I'm going to see I bring to a peak, and then go all the way to the point. And then you pull the stem in the middle. All right. So it's kind of transparent, but we can go back. You can let that dry. And you can go back and do some more. Okay. All right. So let's go a little bit closer so you can see better. It's a little transparent. It looks like glass, like you painted really nice glass paint. Heavier paint now. See that? Okay. Peek. And then stand up. All right. So I can go all the way around and I can pull some this way. I'm going to pull the light color following. Isn't that a fun little project? Okay. So what happens is I let that paint there. I'm going to do, if you look at the whole piece, let's do pine needles straight across right here. All right, a little bit more. Now I want you to see if I lead with a light color, then dark comes behind. And if I turn the brush around and lead with the dark, did I just say that? Anyway, whatever you follow with is going to be the predominant color. All right, so I'm going to come across here and I'm going to pick up, you see me, I keep picking up paint and go get some white. Now look what's happening. I'm going to go just like this, make an arrow. All right, now watch. I start here on the arrow, peek, peek, peek to the point. Now I can take the white on the other side and go on that part of, see, this is the arrow, the point. So we start right there, push left, push left. Okay, so I'm going to come right across here and I'm going to do more holly. So let's come down here so you can see it better. I'm going to do, see, you can put your arrow there. Go to the point. I can come over here and do the same thing. All right, and then I'm going to flip the brush over and I'm going to come right here. Go to the point, to the point, to the point, and stand up. And then just pull your stem in the middle. All right, so I think the lights are too bright on here. There we go. So you can see. All right, let's turn it around this way. I'm going to go 1, 2, see the peaks? Up, 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 and then down. So let's get some more green in here. Let's try this again on this side. We're going to go there, 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 and stand up, and then pull a stem. All right. And the beauty about this is if you don't like something you did, look, I can go right back over here and restroke it. So it's, don't try wiping it off, just repaint it. All right. So then I thought, instead of the pine, just the greenery, look, I can come around here in between here. And we can make a peppermint. All right. Maybe I make it bigger, like a candy wrapper. Right, but that's got to dry for a minute. So what I'm going to do is take a smaller brush. Sorry, noise here. And I'm going to pick up, oh, not that brush. That's too small. All right, just the smaller script liner brush. No. Okay, let's try one more time. Let's do it gold. And I'm going to put 3 little berries of gold because green and gold's what's in our little cottage. But you know what? They have some red cottages, so you might want to do red. And you can order on Dollar Tree. You can order on their website, and they send it to you. So it's kind of cool. You can order if you're doing multiples, unless it's a special promotional thing where they don't have more of them. All right, so there we go. So I like to hit the stores before, as soon as they put them out on the shelves. Okay, so I'm going to pick up with a flat 6 brush, and I'm going to make these little scoops across. Now this really needs to dry before you do this, so I'm a little worried. I've got this pretty wet. You push and then you stand up, and you push and then you stand up. But let's try it with a little bit darker green because that's not really showing up well. All right, so touch and then lift, touch and then lift, touch and lift. And then this is a little peppermint. All right, so let's do this one over here. I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can see it. I push down and then I stand up to a point. We do 4 of these. All right. Now you can get real detailed on this, but I'm just gonna show you a really quick little wrappered peppermint. And this one didn't turn out so nice, so I'm gonna come in here again. Okay. All right, I like to show you how to fix mistakes too. All right, now I'm gonna dry this really quick, so I wanna stop it for a second. So what I did was I dried these little guys, and I am going to pick up my smaller brush, my 8 flat. I'm going to put it in some of this medium. Let's look at this. A little bit of medium. This is the floating medium. It's the fluff that's inside your paint without color in it. So I'm going like this, and then I'm going to side stroke white. So it's hard for you to see, but look over here. See how it's got a little bit of white and it's going to look clear. All right, so let's show you how this looks. All right, so I'm going to have a wrapper. So I'm going to come out here and look at that. Isn't that cute? I'm just going to put a wrapper out here. Now you can make these all red and even put a little green stripe on it. All right, you see that? All right, then I can come all around on top of this ever so lightly, which will look like the wrapper is around here. I can also come around and put a little glare on it. So see how easy that is? Now, so it's the medium, remember, I just have some medium and side load heavier white. And so I want the white out there like it's the wrapper. Okay, and then I go around the edge. Make sure it's dry before you do this. That's why I use a blow dryer on it. Okay. And if I want it to look like it's got a glare on it, that's when I take a little script liner and I pick up the white and I just make a little line around it to give you a little bit of a glare. It'll show better on this one because it's drier. So I come right around, put a little glare. Are you ready for the holidays? I'm excited about seeing family and sharing fun little gifts with them that I paint. See right here? Little bit of a wrinkle there. Okay, there we go. So I have one last thing I like to do to it. You could do the same thing all the way around. I just wanted to show you 3 options. Pine needles. Now I did it on this one. I did them all going, you see them, they all just went one way. All right. Now this one, I gave you the 3 options. All right. Is that kind of fun? All right. Are you relaxing? This is supposed to be relaxing. So you pick up water in your toothbrush. I just get some of these at the Dollar Tree and have them for my crafting. Okay. All right. Now this is what, excuse me. This is what you do. You take this and you can test it out here first, and then you can come here and decide how much flicking you want to do. All right. I need a little bit more. So if you make a little mistake, guess what? This covers it. It's no big deal. All right. Okay, so I want you to see there's pine needles, holly, and rat candy. And then the little stencils here. So what's going to happen, what's going to happen is there's our little house with the diamond dust in the bottom and some cotton around so it looks like it's smoke. And here is the one that I did, but I put snow on it. So there's the difference, without snow and snow. So I'm going to leave this one without so you can see a little bit more detail. Now what's going to happen, I flick this with snow, but I'm going to turn it upside down and I'm going to take the gold here. And what I wanted to do is I'm going to take my scruffy brush. It's a big fluffy brush. You can use the sponge and daub it on. All right, I'll show you. Without water, you're going to dip into the treasure gold and you can, I think this might work out good. Let's just do this. But you can use your scruffy brush too. You just pounce into it and pounce on here. All right. So I'm going to put lots of paint. Now this is what you need to understand, that our paint has a sealer in it. This paint has a sealer in it. So it's going to stick really well to surfaces. All right. And you can bake it and it will adhere in the oven and be wonderful. What I'm doing with this adheres to glass also. Now I'm doing this because I want to see the snowflakes better and I don't want to see the glue. Now you can't glue this. Okay, I'm teaching you all a lot of different things today, but I want you to see you can't glue this until this is totally dry, and I don't want it to lift and separate. So the E6000 will put this on really well, but I totally let that dry, not just with a blow dryer, but I've got to let that dry. I'm going to put my sponge in the water, and I want you to see that this was another type of gold, so it's more muted in here, but I thought it was nice because it matched the gold in here. All right, but this, I only had white E6000 and oops, sorry. All right, so it shows with this clear, it won't show, but it's all I had, and I had to fix that really quick the other day. So let me show you that this right here, it says what type it is. It says clear, there's black and blanco. I got blanco. All right, so it says clear, transparent there too. So these are like, this is about $5.99. I don't know where I bought it, but this is a big tube. I like to get the smaller tubes because I don't use it fast enough. But it's the only thing that really holds glass really well. So what I did was, oops, I don't want this around here. So let me show you. I was really good, but I didn't see that I let it go right here. See how it spilled over? Now you could do the whole back. You can do the whole back, but I just wanted to do the center there. All right. So I wet a paper towel, and while it's wet, I could just wipe it off with my finger, but I didn't see that I had gone over. So, all right. So when this is totally dry, I'm going to put the E6000 on the bottom of here. And then I turn it because then I can see center and I can center it. Okay. So, and remember this diamond dust, we have it in those containers and we carry it in our studio and our warehouses. Okay. But let me show you. There we go. So look how pretty that finishes. And that's that bright gold. Let's see. I can't see a huge difference between the two golds. So there we go. So I hope that you had a relaxing morning, seeing a fun little, quick little craft, showing you holly, candy, and pine needles. I gotta let this dry. Then I made my little base, and I used a hard paper plate, but I've used a foam one also. The paper didn't melt with the hot glue, so that's good. And cute little houses. So you can get all kinds, but these all came from Dollar Tree. And I'm excited for you to share. Come to our Facebook group and share what you paint with me. All right. And watch out on Fridays at noon. I always have a news practice stroke if you're out there wanting to learn how to do more of my one-stroke painting techniques and how to start, because so many people say, how do I start? All right, so come start with me and tell your friends, and you guys come on and learn some lessons with me. The more people I get, the more online lessons I can put on for you. Okay, so have a great week. Until next week, this is Donna. I'll see you again.